Just think about how much we depend on our phones these days. Banking, talking to friends, work emails, even just deciding what movie to stream. It's all right there.
It really is. And, well, unfortunately, that makes them a huge target for cyber threats. We're definitely seeing a big rise in attacks aimed right at mobile devices.
Exactly. And that's the reality we're diving into today.
Right. This whole mobile antivirus market is, well, it's booming in response.
Which brings us to our source. We've got a fresh market research report just out yesterday, actually, May 24th, 2025, from Cognitive Market Research. It gives a really detailed picture of this space.
Yeah, and our plan for this deep dive is to, really unpack that report for you. We want to get a handle on what the mobile antivirus market looks like right now, figure out who the main players are, and explore what's actually driving all this growth and competition. It's a vital area.
Absolutely. And for you listening, our goal is to pull out the most important stuff, those key insights, the things that make you go, aha, without burying you in, like overly technical details.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, this report points to some, well, pretty staggering growth predictions for mobile
Oh,
antivirus.
absolutely staggering. I mean, the numbers themselves are striking. The forecast jumps from about USD 8.9 billion in 2024
Okay.
to potentially USD 42.5 billion by 2032.
Wow.
That's a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR,
Huh.
of 21.5%. That's huge. It really shows how much need there is and, the potential in this market.
21.5% annually. That's
Yeah.
that's not just ticking up, that's explosive growth. So what's really behind this? What's fueling this kind of acceleration? It's got to be more than just people being a bit more worried online, right?
Oh, yeah, much more. If you look at how we're actually using our phones now, several big factors jump out. Just think about the sheer number of apps we download and use every day.
Right. So many apps.
Each one is a potential doorway for vulnerabilities, sometimes unintentionally, sometimes not. And then there's our habit of jumping onto public Wi-Fi networks all the time.
Yeah, those free hotspots are convenient, but maybe not always the safest.
Exactly. Often they just don't have the security of your home network.
Hmm.
Then layer on top of that things like bring your own devices policies at work, BYOD.
Hmm.
Plus, so many people working remotely or in hybrid setups now. It just massively expands the potential places attackers can target.
So our phones aren't just phones anymore. They're work devices, banking terminals.
Precisely. They're central to really sensitive stuff, banking, healthcare info, shopping online.
Which makes total sense. If that's where our critical data is, that's where the bad actors are going to focus.
And it's not just the threats evolving. People are generally becoming more aware of these mobile risks.
Okay, so user awareness is up.
Definitely. And that drives demand for protection. Plus, you've got increasing pressure from regulations around data protection, pushing both people and companies to take mobile security more seriously.
Gotcha. So it's kind of a perfect storm. More sophisticated threats, more ways we expose ourselves through how we use our phones, more awareness, and regulatory nudges, all feeding this market growth. Okay, so the report names the big players, the top 5 companies leading the charge right now. Who are they?
Right. According to this Cognitive Market Research report, the top 5 manufacturers currently are McAfee, Kaspersky Lab, Norton LifeLock, which is now part of Gen Digital, Bitdefender, and Trend Micro.
Okay, let's maybe dig into those one by one. McAfee's at the top with 12.5% market share. What's their secret sauce?
Well, McAfee has that long history. They've been in cybersecurity for ages, so they have this really strong, trusted reputation.
That name recognition definitely helps.
It does, and they offer a very comprehensive package for mobile. It's not just basic virus scanning. They include tools like a secure VPN, anti-theft features, ways to optimize your phone's performance, even identity monitoring.
So it's like a whole security toolkit for your phone, not just antivirus.
Exactly. They're also known for having a pretty intuitive design, which users appreciate. And they use cloud-based threat intelligence, meaning it's constantly updated against the latest threats without, slowing your phone down too much. Plus, they have these strategic partnerships with phone carriers and manufacturers, which gives them huge reach.
Ah, smart. Pre-installs and recommendations.
Right. And they're investing heavily in AI for protection and more privacy features, too.
Awesome.
So it's that trust, the broad features, and the reach, probably why they're leading.
Okay, makes sense. Next is Kaspersky Lab at 10.7%. What are their standout strengths?
Kaspersky gets really high marks for how accurate their threat detection is. Very few false positives.
So it catches the bad stuff without constantly flagging safe things.
Precisely. Independent tests often back this up. They offer real-time protection against, well, the whole range: malware, spyware, ransomware, phishing scams. And they invest a lot in security research. They have this big global network constantly scanning for new threats.
So their core strength is really that reliable, accurate detection engine.
That's a big part of it, yes. They also have a strong footprint, so especially in Europe and Asia. And their products include features for managing app permissions, checking what your apps can access, and generally boosting digital privacy, which is a growing concern for people. That focus on solid security plus privacy likely keeps them near the top.
Okay. Then we have NortonLifeLock, 9.8% share, also under Gen Digital now, another big name. What's their mobile strategy?
Yeah, NortonLifeLock has made that transition to mobile really effectively. They offer a very broad portfolio of features, kind of all rolled into one platform. You get the standard virus scanning, sure, but also things like Wi-Fi security checks, SMS filtering to block spam texts, even dark web monitoring.
Dark web monitoring on your phone, wow.
Yeah, and a secure VPN too. But what's really interesting is how they integrate the LifeLock identity protection services.
Ah, okay. So device security and identity theft protection.
Exactly. You get alerts if your personal info shows up where it shouldn't and
Yeah.
help fixing it. So it's a package deal for people worried about both their device and their identity online.
That's a compelling combo.
It seems to be. They also keep acquiring other companies and focus on making the security experience smooth across all your devices, phone, laptop, tablet. That integrated approach is probably their key differentiator.
Right. Next is Bitdefender with 8.2%. What makes them stand out in this crowded field?
Bitdefender's reputation is built on being really effective, but also lightweight and fast.
Ah, so it doesn't hog your phone's resources. That's a big deal for mobile.
A huge deal. They consistently do well in independent tests for performance impact, or lack thereof. Their main tools include strong anti-malware, detecting weird app behavior, app anomaly detection checking if your accounts have been breached, and a VPN.
Okay, solid core features.
And they use their own tech, like a behavioral detection engine and AI analysis, to fight off more advanced threats. Things like zero-day attacks, the brand new ones.
Before there's even a fix for them.
Exactly. And sophisticated spyware. They're growing globally, especially North America and Europe, and they put effort into educating users and being transparent about privacy. So high performance without the slowdown, plus that user focus, seems to be their angle.
Gotcha. And the last of the top 5, Trend Micro at 7.4%. What's their niche?
Trend Micro really emphasizes proactive prevention, trying to stop threats before they even get to your device.
Okay, so defense up front.
Right. They have a pretty well-rounded set of tools.
Sure.
Scanning app reputations, secure browsing, filtering bad websites, anti-phishing, even checking your social media privacy settings. A key part is their cloud system, the Smart Protection Network. It analyzes billions of data points constantly for real-time threat intelligence.
Just learning all the time from global threats.
That's the idea. They also integrate specific privacy tools like something called PayGuard for securing online banking or shopping on your phone.
Oh, that's specific.
Yeah, and parental controls, plus remote device management. Locate, lock, or wipe your phone if it's lost or stolen. They're also heavily using AI and machine learning to improve their threat intel. So, proactive, cloud-powered, with some specific privacy guards, that seems to be their focus.
Okay, so those top 5 definitely have a strong grip. But the report also mentions rising challengers, right? Companies looking to shake things up.
That's right. It's not just those 5. The report highlights several others gaining real momentum. You've got Avast.
Also Gen Digital now, like Norton.
Exactly. Then ESET, F-Secure, Lookout, and Kihu 360.
Okay, let's touch on those. Avast is obviously a huge name in free antivirus historically. What about their mobile efforts?
Yeah, Avast has a massive user base and is known for easy-to-use tools. They're big on R&D and are definitely integrating more AI into their mobile stuff. With their wide range of products and past acquisitions, they're a strong contender, even within the larger Gen Digital family.
And ESET, another established security name.
ESET has that reputation for high performance, often quite technical, security. They're really pushing into advanced mobile security now, offering real-time protection using cutting-edge tech like machine learning and heuristic analysis, basically, detecting threats by their suspicious behavior, not just known signatures.
Okay. F-Secure. What's their focus in mobile?
F-Secure leans heavily into privacy and secure browsing. They serve both consumers and businesses, and they often package things innovatively, like bundling a VPN right alongside their antivirus. They tailor features for mobile needs specifically.
And Lookout, they sound like they're all about mobile.
Pretty much. Lookout built its name specifically in mobile security. Their whole game is mobile threat defense app security, data protection. They focus on innovation in that space, using advanced malware detection and strong privacy features, aiming for a user-friendly experience but with proactive detection.
Okay. And the last one, Qihoo 360. You said they're big in China.
Yes, Qihoo 360 is a major Chinese tech firm that's expanding fast in the mobile antivirus world globally. They offer comprehensive protection for both Android and iOS, often at very competitive prices.
Price competition.
Right. They have significant market share in places like China and Southeast Asia, and they're heavily leveraging AI in their security tools. Definitely one to watch, especially in emerging markets.
So it sounds like these challengers are using different tactics innovation, maybe lower prices, focusing on specific regions to really challenge those top five. The whole landscape feels quite dynamic. Now, imagine a new company wants to jump into this market. It seems pretty crowded. What does the report say they need to focus on to even have a shot?
Yeah, it's tough, but the report lays out some clear strategic advice. First and foremost, they absolutely must develop advanced threat protection. We're talking beyond just catching known viruses. They need next-gen tech to handle emerging threats. Tricky malware, sophisticated phishing, ransomware, spyware.
So baseline antivirus isn't enough to break in.
Not really, no. The report stresses how crucial machine learning and AI are for real-time, accurate detection. New players should also aim for multi-layered security. Integrate the antivirus with anti-theft, maybe a VPN, privacy tools, good control over app permissions, the whole package.
Right, offer a comprehensive, modern suite. What else?
Second big thing, strategically focus on high-growth regions.
Like where?
Think Asia-Pacific, Latin America, parts of Africa. Smartphone use is exploding there, creating huge demand. But you need to tailor the product to local language support, protection against threats common in that specific region. Partnering with local phone companies or app developers there can be a massive advantage.
So don't just launch a generic global product. Go local where the growth is. Makes sense. What about cost and just making it easy to use?
Absolutely crucial. The report suggests things like freemium models, basic protection free, pay for advanced features, or tiered subscriptions to attract users. And the user interface has to be super slick and easy, seamless integration. Nobody wants clunky security software.
Yeah, that's a killer if it's hard to manage.
Exactly. And excellent customer support is vital too, especially for younger, tech-savvy users. It builds loyalty.
Okay, so good tech, right? Regions, easy to use and afford. Anything else?
Yes, one final major point. Robust privacy protection.
Ah, that keeps coming up.
Because it matters more and more to people. With all the data breaches, users are wary. So solutions that clearly prioritize privacy, offering built-in VPNs, strong controls over app permissions, securing user data, they have a real edge. And being transparent about how they handle user data is key for building trust. You can't just say you protect privacy, you have to show it.
Right, build that trust. So for newcomers, cutting-edge tech, smart regional focus, user-friendly and cost-effective design, and a serious commitment to privacy. That's a tall order.
It is, definitely. But the market's growing so fast, there are real opportunities if a company can nail those key areas.
Okay, so pulling this all together from our deep dive, we've seen this really striking growth in the mobile antivirus market, clearly driven by, well, more dangerous threats and just how much we live on our phones now. We looked at the big players, the established names like McAfee, Kaspersky, Norton-LifeLock, Bitdefender, Trend Micro, and what makes them strong.
Right, and also those ambitious challengers, Avast, ESET, F-Secure, Lookout, Qihoo 360, who are really pushing innovation and competition.
And we unpacked the key strategies for any new companies hoping to make a mark, focusing on advanced tech, high-growth regions, user experience, cost, and especially privacy. It really hammers home how vital mobile security has become.
It really does. And the report makes it clear that ongoing innovation, really protecting user privacy and smart regional plays, those are going to define who wins in this market going forward.
This has been super insightful, getting under the hood of this crucial security sector. And it definitely leaves me thinking, as our digital and personal lives get more and more tangled up on these little devices in our pockets, how is this constant battle, this arms race between the security companies and the cyber criminals, how is that ultimately going to shape how we interact with technology and, well, how much we trust it in the future? Definitely something for you to chew on as you think about your own mobile security.